Okay, if you are watching this video, then you are making shape number 6 and then teaching your partner how to make it so that you both have made shape number 6. So to make this shape, we're going to start like we do with almost every object. We're going to start with a big block. So we need to know the dimensions of that big block. So I again added some red lines to this image so that you can see what the box would have looked like before we shaved off or sliced off, which is called chamfer in Inventor. That's the tool that you're going to use. And so it would have come out to this point like this. And I know that by extending both of these lines until they cross. So this box was, if I count from corner to corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 long, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. So the first thing we're going to do is go into Inventor and create a 9 by 6 box. So 9 long and 6 high. And remember to go ahead and pause these videos anytime you need to catch up and do this along with me. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pop back into Inventor. Nope, because I need to finish my sketch. Well, I'll go ahead and finish this. Finish my sketch and let's save this. So you're going to save it on your Y drive, which I've already done, so I'm in there already. And I'm going to call this, you want to use your first name and your last initial underscore, and these need to be called ISO shape. This is number 6. Oops, 6. Okay, so that's saved. Now if our computer crashes, we have our work. And so we already made it 9 by 6, and we need to know how deep it is. There's a lot of ways to count this. I'm going to count from corner to corner, 1, 2. And if I go down, I have 1, 2, 3 more. So it's a total of 5 deep. I can also count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go back in Inventor, I'm going to extrude this and make it 5 inches deep. So this is the big, huge block before we're going to do some things to it. There are 2 ways you could order this. We can cut this piece out and then chamfer or slice it off, or we can slice it and then cut out this piece. So I'm going to show you both ways. The first way is to cut out this piece first. So this piece is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long and 1, 2, 3 wide. So we're going to go into Inventor. I'm going to start a sketch. I could do it on the front and I could do it on the top. It doesn't matter. The dimensions are actually the same. I'm going to do it on the front since that's what we just counted. Is that what we just counted? No, we counted it from the top, 3 in. So it would be 7 by, it's also 3 high, 1, 2, 3. So that's what I'm counting now. A rectangle from the corner, because I'm doing this cutout, so it would be from starting from this corner actually. So wait until it's green, and I'm going to go over 7 and down 3. Okay, so that's the size of our cutout. Finish the sketch, and I'm going to extrude it inward 1, 2, 3. So you can see the height and the depth of that cutout are the same. So extrude, going the other direction and going 3. And that's the size of our cutout. And this does not look like our shape yet because we've got this whole piece here that shouldn't be here. So now it's time to use the chamfer tool. The chamfer tool is going to let us slice off at an edge. So I'm going to click on this edge, and then I'm going to show you a couple different options. If I hover over this, the first option will say, I'm waiting for it to tell you. The first option just has 2 D's, which means the same distance in either direction. The second option has a D and an A, which stands for angle. And then the third option has a D1 and a D, and that stands for 2 different distances, and that's what we want in this chamfer. So once you select 2 different distances, you can select your edge, and then the first dimension is showing you that it's going in this direction. That's what this arrow is showing you. So I need to know how many does it cut back if when the corner was originally there before we sliced it. That's what these lines are telling me. So it cut back in this direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could just type in a 5 here and that would do the trick. Whoops, I'm going in the wrong direction. The gold arrow was telling me which direction it was going in. So let me change that back to 0 just so that you can see. This first direction is actually showing me the gold arrow. So I'm going to change it to this direction, which is what we were just counting, which we said was 5. So if I type that in, oh, it's not showing me now. Let's cancel and start this over. Chamfer, 2 distances, clicking on this arrow, and 5 is going in this direction. So another way that I could enter, oops, it's this one, the gold one. So another way I could enter that 5 is to see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining after I slice in that direction, and my original one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can put in 9 minus 4 into this box, 9 minus 4, and it will do the math for me. So that's another way to input numbers if you don't want to have to count it all or subtract it in your head. Okay, so we got 9 minus 4. And in the other direction, going down, we sliced off all the way. Notice it comes all the way down to the edge, which was the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in that direction, it's already set up correctly. And you can see the preview, and that's what it's going to look like after the slice, which is not what our shape looks like. So let me go back to our chamfer. I must have counted wrong there. Edit the feature. So we have 5 going down and 9 minus 4 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I must have made my original shape too tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what my original shape was. Oh, I have a 9 by 6. Okay, this is a good opportunity to learn how to fix something. So if my first extrusion that I made was a 9 by 6 box. So if I click on this plus, I can see the original sketch. And if I right click on the sketch and click Edit Sketch, now I can simply double click on the number 6 and change it to a 5. And now it's going to fix that entire object that I just made. Bam! So as you can see, I made a counting error in the very beginning when I was making the original 9 by, I said 6, but it's 5. So if you caught that when I was doing it, then you may have made your rectangle correctly. If you didn't, then you can correct it with me. So I'm going to show you now the way to do that shape in the reverse order. And to do that, I'm just going to get rid of the last 2 steps that we did by moving this end of part. So it's basically saying that didn't happen and that didn't happen. So I'm back to my block. And now I'm going to do the chamfer first. And we already know that it goes 5 in this direction and 5 down, which is actually just 1 distance, so I wouldn't need to use the 2 distance tool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a bad idea to always use it because it lets you control more of your chamfer, but I have again 5, and I could just do 5 or 9 minus 4. And I'm going to say OK. So now I just have 1 face, and then I still need to do this cutout. And to do that, I would just do a sketch. I could do it on the top, I could do it on the side, it doesn't really matter. And we already know from our previous counting that this rectangle is going to be 7 across and 3 high. And when we finish and extrude, we're going to cut inward again 3. That was what we counted earlier. And now we have the same object that we had when we went in the reverse order. You could also make your box, this box, bigger than 7. You just have to make it at least as long as the cutout needs to be so that it goes into this already sliced off edge. So sometimes it matters the order of the steps that you do. So if you try something and it doesn't work like you wanted it to, you can reorder your steps and see if that helps. So when you're looking at these shapes, you need to think about, what do I want it to start out looking as? What can I do incrementally to make it start cutting off and cutting out and locating things so that I end up with the shape that I want? And once you finish this, you need to save it, and you need to take a screenshot. You need to come over in Hapara into Unit 4 ISO Shapes Assignment 1 and paste in, and this should actually say ISO shape number 6. That's what we created. So you're going to paste that in the box, and then you're going to teach your partner how to make shape number 6. So they're going to make it on their own in Inventor, and they're going to paste their number 6 in their box. And when you finish, you should each have made shape number 11 and 6 and learned some cool new tricks like filleting, chamfering, locating features. And that's all there is to it.